All right, hey everybody, we're back on Complete Country. Tyler Rich is in Toronto. So good to have you here for the first time.
Nice to meet you. How you
First
doing?
time in Toronto, right?
It is, yeah.
The first single for you, The Difference. Now, I've heard that you have been asked that if there was one song you wish you had wrote, it was that one. Why is it so important to you?
It was just this moment. It was in the middle of a 5-hour pitch meeting when we heard this song, and it was about 3.5 hours in, and I immediately knew there was something special about this record. And I remember calling Sabina, my fiance, and I was like, babe, I got good news and bad news. Good news is, I think I found a hit song. Bad news is, you've been feeding me these lyrics for about 2 years, and I've been missing all the bait to write it. She's literally, like, if I were to text her just love you, she's always like, I love you. There's a difference.
And
I'm like,
smart girl.
Yeah, she's always keeping me in check. So gentlemen, just always know there's a difference, unless you like being in trouble.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, and there's just so many things in that song where I told her, I was like, it sucks I didn't write it, but at the same time, it felt like somebody else wrote our story in this moment, and it was just perfect. It just kind of lined up, and I was like...
And they were great writers on it. Rhett Eakins, Devin Dawson.
Ben Burgess, Devin's brother, Jacob.
Yeah.
And Devin, we grew up about an hour apart from each other. And
really?
So when I found out he was one of the writers on the song, I was like, well, there's my Northern California root right there in the song. And I was like, obviously Rhett and Ben are hit makers, and we, I think it was just too happy for Devin. Devin's like the dark horse of Northern California. I'm like the light horse of this.
Because it is a love song, but it is kind of that witty kind of play on words with it, which makes it a little bit more fun and upbeat, whereas, yes, Devin is a little bit more of the darker side of things.
Yeah.
So now with the video, you actually had a little bit of a weather issue when you were doing that.
Oh, my God.
Did it make the video better? Because I think it did.
Yeah, well, people pay for rain in music videos because it makes the street look cool, it makes me look cool. This was terrible. This was, we had shot everything inside because there's all the memories the whole time in the video. So all the memories that we're going back and forth on are all shot indoors. And then when it comes nighttime, I'm going to shoot the entire song outside, which are the flashback moments of me singing outside. And the second that we go outside to start shooting, it's like a torrential downpour. I'm talking lightning. They had to shut down the set. Everybody had to go inside for over an hour. It was starting to flood.
Oh,
but
boy.
We got some really cool shots in the middle.
It is amazing. And you also made it about your real life. So I know a lot of artists maybe tend to steer away from doing that, but you kind of threw your entire relationship. Your dogs are in there. It is totally Tyler Rich. Why was that something that you felt like you wanted to do?
Well, because the song was so us, and when we were looking at these treatments and ideas for the music video, Mason Dixon's one that directed it. His was the closest to what I felt the video should portray when people are listening to the music. I wanted it to be literally, if somebody's listening to my song and they're daydreaming about something, I would like that daydream to look similar to the music video, and that's how I feel like it should be done. And so we talked with Mason back and forth, like, what if it is, just that awkwardness of when you're falling in love with somebody and you can't get that kiss, and you go from not kissing to kissing, from not loving each other to loving each other in this whole progression. And now we got this, little time capsule that 20 years from now I can look back at this video, and it's her and I when we met, and our dogs we had back then. And yeah.
So now, I know that song wasn't something you wrote, but are you working on writing a lot for yourself in the upcoming months of new music?
Yeah, last year, after signing with Big Machine, spent a year probably writing about 100 songs. And so we have a pile of, we've narrowed that down to about 30 of our favorite ones. And then plus outside songs, like the different songs that other people wrote that I felt were great for me. We have a pile of those. And so we're just shifting through those right now. And we've recorded 5 songs so far, 3 I wrote, 2 I didn't. And we've got, a stockpile of a bunch of great stuff in the works.
Well, the first one was so great, so I cannot wait to hear more.
Thank you.
The single is called The Difference.
Difference.
New music coming out soon?
Coming out soon.
Okay, cool.
I don't know when, I just know that soon.
Sometime soon, awesome.
Soon feels right.
Thank you so much, Tyler Rich on Complete Country.
Thank you.